the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session and City Council meeting that took place on Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023. In the work session, the Council received a presentation from the Governor's Office of Planning and Budget on Guiding Our Growth. Laura Hanson, State Planning Coordinator, presented to the Council. Guiding Our Growth is a statewide conversation to identify ways to maintain Utah's quality of life for families and communities while accommodating our growing population. This effort started in fall 2021 and is funded by the Utah State Legislature. The Council then reviewed and discussed a proposed budget amendment for fiscal year 2023 for additional revenues and capital improvement project reappropriations. The proposed amendment will increase Ogden's budget for FY23 by $4,033,825. The proposal allocates revenues from the general fund for police operations, including funding for an additional sergeant over school resource officers and purchasing 5 bulletproof vests for code enforcement officers. Several CIP projects are being closed out in the CIP fund, with any remaining funds transferred to cover overages and other completed projects, including the transfer of $214,550 from an unexpended airport project to fund street reconstruction projects. Remaining funds from the completed CIP projects in airport, water, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer are being reappropriated to other projects, while revenue from current operations in IT and fleet are being used to purchase needed equipment. The proposed budget amendment will be considered on May 16, 2023. The Council then reviewed and discussed a proposed rezone of property at 236 Porter Avenue. The proposal is to rezone property at 236 Porter Avenue from single-family residential zone R16 to single-family residential zone R15. The proposal will accommodate a single-family development, which is similar to the surrounding developed neighborhood. The proposed rezone will be considered in the meeting on May 16, 2023. The Council then reviewed a proposed zone text amendment for short-term residential vacation rentals. The petitioner is proposing to amend the residential vacation rental ordinance to be able to use the newly restored Bristol Manor at 2480 25th Street as a non-owner occupied residential vacation rental. The request is to change the ordinance to allow 8 condos in the building to be rented as individual non-owner occupied residential vacation rentals. The Planning Commission voted unanimously to recommend denial of the petition. The Council will continue its discussion on this proposal at a later date. The Council then reviewed the proposed FY24 through 28 capital improvement plan. The proposed FY24 through 28 CIP includes a total of 63 projects, 23 of which are new. There are 26 one-time projects, 33 perpetual projects, and 4 ramp projects. The total proposed funding for all projects is $423,523,583. The Council will consider the adoption of the FY24 through 28 CIP along with the tentative or final FY24 annual budget on June 20th, 2023. In the Council meeting under common consent, the appointment of Robin Parent to the Christmas Village Committee was approved. Under common consent, the Council adopted budget guidelines for the fiscal year 2024 budget. Budget guidelines are created to direct and establish city policies for specific areas during the annual budget's development, review, and approval process and any future budget amendments. The Council set a public hearing regarding a bond parameters resolution for the Marshall White Community Center construction and junction parking repairs. The proposed resolution authorizes the issuance of sales tax revenue bonds in an amount not to exceed $31 million. The bond proceeds will finance the demolition of the current Marshall White Center, construction of a new Marshall White Community Center, and repairs to the junction's parking structures. The total estimated cost of the project is $34.3 million, with funding coming from grants, ARPA funds, city investment debt, and donations. The public hearing on the proposed bonds is set for May 23, 2023. The Council then received the Mayor's presentation for the proposed fiscal year 2024 budget. The Council accepted the budget for review and will take action in June. With employee retention being a primary focus, the budget for fiscal year 2024 will compensate employees with a 1% COLA citywide and 4% merit increase for full-time general employees, and a new compensation study will be completed. The Council will hold a series of work sessions over the next several weeks to review proposed expenditures for all city departments. The entire recording from the meetings of May 2nd can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the Council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.